back to the Supes channel. My name is Matt Supes Ramos, and on this channel I am to entertain, inform, and inspire using the topic of discussion as always, which is superheroes. So guys, I experienced it. I am a changed man, and I now have seen Deadpool and Wolverine. Again, a film that a lot of us have been talking about for over the past 3 years, and now I finally got the chance to watch it last night at the Supes Deadpool and Wolverine fan experience. We had the stunt double who played Wolverine in this film, Daniel Stevens, come out and surprise the fans, and we're definitely going to be posting the vlog of the event on here soon, but I just wanted to get a reaction up, bro, because there is so much going on, and there's so much going through my brain right now when thinking about this movie, when thinking about what I just experienced. So let's try to talk about all of it in one video. This video also won't be containing spoilers. I'll do a separate review where I'll dive deep into spoiler talk. But in the meantime, bro, first initial thoughts, bro. I walked out of this film just thinking and being reminded about how much I love Marvel. A franchise that I've grown up loving, these characters that I've grown up loving, and now in a film that just celebrates and caters to the diehard Marvel fans. I think, if I'm being honest, I think this isn't a film that is necessarily for general audiences. I think this is a film that is specifically made for diehard Marvel fans. You know, there's some surprising characters, surprising cameos in this film that I don't think the general audience is going to get at all. But guess what? If you're a diehard Marvel fan who's grown up loving this franchise and following everything that's been going on with it for so long now, then guess what? You're going to get all of the jokes. You're going to get all of the Easter eggs. You're going to get all of the cameos. You're going to get a lot of what they're trying to say with this story in particular. So as a Marvel fan, I had an absolute blast watching this film. And it provided one of the best theater experiences I've ever had. Putting it up there alongside the likes of Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't think this film is in that conversation with those films. I would say this is definitely a top 10 MCU movie, but I don't think Deadpool and Wolverine is a top 5 MCU movie. I don't think you can compare it to the likes of No Way Home, Civil War, Guardians 3, Infinity War, Endgame. And that's coming from someone who loved all of these films. Now, going into Deadpool and Wolverine, I already said this could be a film with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman just sitting at a bar going back and forth. And guess what? I'm going to be entertained. And throughout so much of this film, we got so much of these two together, and every single scene they shared together was just absolute money, man. Like, again, just the natural chemistry is right there, and it's kind of true with what Ryan, said in one of his interviews, that there were certain times where you don't know who's talking. Is it Ryan Reynolds or is it Wade Wilson? Is it Hugh Jackman or is it Logan? So that was, like, I just loved this film and getting their dynamic throughout all of it because it really truly lived up to exactly what I expected. I also think this was an extremely important film in laying the groundwork for what's to come with Avengers Secret Wars. I mean, there are so many videos to make about talking about how this film is setting up stuff for Avengers Secret Wars, and I'm surprised they went as hard as they did with the Secret Wars setup because they just set it up in a lot of different ways. The action in this film also definitely lived up to the hype and was honestly way better than I expected. From the opening scene to the Deadpool and Wolverine fight, which we've seen images through, so many set leaks over the past few years. All of the action was so visceral, so ruthless, and dude, it was just, it was just awesome. So I would have to say my 3 favorite parts about this film are: 1, the dynamic we got to see between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, Wade Wilson and Logan. It definitely lived up to the hype, and it was just so entertaining watching these two characters go throughout this journey. 2, the action was freaking incredible, loved it. And 3, a lot of the surprising characters and cameos and Easter eggs. Again, all encapsulating this film into a film that is made for diehard Marvel fans more so than it is for general audiences and just a casual fan. Now, I'll also say this is far and away a perfect movie. I think, again, if you're a diehard Marvel fan, you're going to have a fun time with this film, but there's no denying that it does have its fair share of problems. I thought this film had a villain problem. I thought, the villain was pretty forgettable and lackluster. I also thought there were a couple of different pacing issues where certain scenes went on too long, and Deadpool even acknowledged that at one point. This isn't really a spoiler, but at one point he's literally like, audiences are accustomed to long run times. So it did feel like a couple of different scenes went on longer than they needed to be, and it just shot the pacing of the story as it was progressing, and just nothing was happening for so long until it started happening again. But overall, I would say those are my two biggest criticisms. The villain and the pacing of the film felt a little bit choppy, but I think if you take a step back and view this film as a straight up critic and remove any of your love for Marvel out the window, then there is a lot to take apart from, again, the villain, the pacing, just the overall story and the plot itself, you know, the visuals. There were some scenes where the green screens were looking a little bit wonky, but you know, again, like I said, this is a film that is made for diehard Marvel fans, and it caters to those Marvel fans more so than it does to just the casual fan. So even with all the imperfections that this film has, it's still a film that I love. It's still a film that I enjoyed. It's still a film that reminded me how much I love Marvel and love these characters and love this universe. And I was just so happy to share this with just a jam-packed theater on opening night. And it just reminded me about what the Marvel experience is all about, which is passionate people coming together to celebrate the things they love and the characters that they've grown up loving. And of course, we also welcome new characters and new stories, but when it comes to a project like this that's bringing back heroes that we've grown up loving, man, it's different and it's special. And I had such a great time seeing Hugh Jackman do his thing once again as Logan, seeing Ryan Reynolds just completely just unhinged, unleashed as Deadpool. There were some jokes that he made in this film that I was just shocked how it actually made it into the full film. Like, some were actually super brutal, and you know, holy cow. I'm shocked about how it made it into the movie. So overall, I really enjoyed Deadpool and Wolverine, and I had such a great time. So overall, I loved Deadpool and Wolverine, and I had such a great time with it. I can't go back. So overall, I love Deadpool and Wolverine and had such a great time with it. I can't wait to go back for number 2, number 3, number 4. And, you know, even though I did love it, there's still a lot of flaws with it and things that can't really be defended. But that doesn't take away from how I feel about my experience with the film and how much of a good time I had watching it. So with that being said, let me know in the comment section down below, what did you guys think of Deadpool and Wolverine? If you've seen it, let me know your thoughts, questions, comments, concerns on the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe, hit that bell notification on my channel to get notified for future videos. And with that being said, thank you for watching this one. I love you guys 3000, and I'll see you guys next time.